Okay, hello and welcome. Chris here, and in this video we're going to look at how you can make $5,000 and upwards using your own website. And this is really, originally it was intended to be a video specifically for my Video Titan new customers, but in the end I've decided to kind of open this up to everyone because I think this information is so valuable that really I want as many of my customers to see it as possible. So if you're looking to get started with Video Titan 2, or indeed any of my other products, any of the other Titan series, then this video is going to be incredibly, incredibly important. So I'm going to talk about some of the fundamentals of setting up your own website, including stuff that I think a lot of newbies and beginners are going to find very useful, but also a lot of six figures, even seven figure marketers don't really know this stuff. Before I do that though, I just want to point out a few reasons that it's so important to have your own website. So the website basically, or the websites that you have, is essentially the main assets that you're ever going to have as an online marketer. Of course, it's important to build a customer list, it's important to build a reputation, and there are other forms of kind of web-based assets you can have, such as apps. But fundamentally, really, the internet still revolves around websites. And you can profit without a website. You can, for example, buy traffic from Facebook and drive it direct to Teespring offers. You can buy traffic from various places and drive it direct to affiliate offers. But really, the website is the bread and butter of making money online. And part of the reason it's so important to get started with your own website is once you've got one website that's profiting, you can very quickly build out that website, either put multiple websites out in the same niche, I'll scale vertically and create lots of different websites in lots of different niches and build basically a network of sites that constantly get traffic and make you money on autopilot. Now, another benefit of having a website is it basically opens you up to be able to promote but get traffic from any kind of source online. So if you're going to try and get traffic from Google or YouTube, or to a lesser extent Facebook, then really what you want is your own website to ensure that you're going to be compliant. Very generally, a lot of the big sites don't like people who drive traffic to affiliate offers. They're kind of skeptical of people who don't own their own websites. And so not having your own site will basically stop you or make it incredibly difficult for you to promote get traffic from Google, either paid or free traffic, and Google is still the number one traffic source, by far and away still the number one referrer online by a country mile. You're not going to be able to get traffic from YouTube, or if you do try and get traffic, there are going to be certain limitations. You're going to run into compliance issues potentially with some of the social networks such as Facebook and Twitter. And you're basically just going to find it a lot harder to get paid traffic. Likewise, it's going to be pretty much impossible for you to get free traffic, which is really the holy grail, whether that's affiliate traffic, direct traffic, which is people who repeatedly visit your website just because they like the site. SEO, which is free traffic from Google, YouTube free traffic from video views, and also Facebook free traffic from posting up links back to your own website. You're going to find this very difficult. So having your own website basically allows you to get pretty much every type of traffic, both paid and free, and there's no other way to do it without having your own site. The main reason, though, that it's important to have a website is because it gives you an asset. It gives you something that you can leverage in the future. It gives you something long term that you can gradually build up. You can start off getting just a few visitors a day, then get hundreds, then even build up to thousands per day. And you can see this kind of unfold before your eyes. So these are the reasons that we definitely want to have at least one website, and once we've got our first website established, we want to quickly add a second, and then a third, and then a fourth, and so on and so forth. The next question then is exactly what type of website is best? Well, it really depends where you are. I've been marketing online now since, well, it's probably over a decade actually. And for me personally, I have lots and lots of different websites. I probably have 200 or 300 online, some of which get thousands of visitors per day using paid traffic, some of which get thousands using free traffic. And in my case, probably the main type of website I should have is a product website selling info products or selling e-commerce products or some kind of technology startup. So, I mean, let's be completely frank about this. The most valuable websites in the world are sites like Google and Facebook, which, aren't easy for the average person to set up. And so if you don't really want to take the time to build your own product, but you do want to make a full-time or part-time living online, and you don't really have the interest or the time to kind of try and build a technology startup, and for most people, the answer to what type of website you should have is a WordPress blog, but specifically a WordPress blog that actually converts. And this is the really important bit, that most people miss out on. And the benefit to having this kind of site is, in the case of WordPress, it's specifically built to get free traffic from Google in particular. As I say, Google is still the biggest referrer, but it also gives you somewhere to drive paid traffic. So with a properly formatted, properly conversion optimized WordPress blog, you can send paid traffic to your WordPress blog through to your website, be completely compliant, always get approved, and still make some money. Also with this type of website, you can gradually build up SEO authority and get more and more free traffic from SEO. You can build up subscribers, you can build up retargeting lists as well. You can basically build long-term leverage while also monetizing in the short run with Facebook and YouTube ads and that kind of thing. Now, the best example of a theme that is both compliant but also converts as well is the Titan theme, which is included within Video Titan 2. I know this because I've built it and I've made, gross tens of millions of dollars online in the last decade. It's basically the perfect balance between compliance and conversions. Just to show you exactly what I mean by that, we have a little table here, and you can see we've got the typical WordPress blog. In terms of the traffic you might get to that blog, it's typically going to be free organic traffic, SEO traffic from Google, Yahoo, Bing, etc. The only problem is you are going to get a ton of free traffic if you do certain things correctly. The problem though is that the conversions are going to be pretty low. Those kinds of sites are great for content. People will browse around, read a few articles, but you're not going to make a ton of money. So you might have a visitor value of somewhere in the region of 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents. It's not really ideal for making lots of money. So you'll get a ton of traffic and you'll build an authority site, but you won't necessarily make a ton of money from the site. On the kind of opposite end of the scale, we have a single landing page. It could be a squeeze page. It could be a video sales letter. It's basically a site that has very little going on. It's typically just one page, a one-page website. And really that kind of site is optimized for paid traffic, and as I say, you're going to have difficulty getting Google or Facebook or kind of YouTube, any of these big networks to allow you to advertise in their networks with that kind of site. Affiliate traffic's really good for it, and conversions are very, very high. So this is kind of on the opposite side of the spectrum, where we can drive lots of affiliate traffic or paid traffic from certain places to one of these squeeze pages or video sales letters to these single one-page landing pages. We get great conversions, but the problem is we're kind of limited in the scale that we can take them to, because a lot of people view them as thin sites that don't really add a lot of value, and so we might not get approved. We might run into compliance issues. The Titan theme kind of sits perfectly in the middle of that. It will work with all types of traffic. If it's free traffic, organic SEO, yes, we'll get all of those types of traffic because it is a WordPress blog and it does have content on it. But at the same time, it will also get pretty strong conversions because the site is specifically built to drive people to our money offers, basically. So yes, we'll get the free traffic, but we'll do a very, very good job of converting that free traffic to affiliate commissions, or to Teespring sales, or to e-commerce sales, or to info product sales, or whatever it is, whatever kind of action it is that we want people to take. So this is really the perfect balance between conversions and compliance, and this is really what Video Titan 2 and the Titan theme was essentially all about. So let me just go over to the Video Titan 2 download page. I do want to quickly mention something. I'll just click on Titan theme. We've just updated this. It's the latest version of the theme, and there's also a couple of installation guides in here which a few people had been asking about. And just let me go over to the theme. This is how the theme looks. As you can see on the front page, we have a video on the left hand side. We have a call to action which could drive people to an info product offer, an e-commerce offer, a t-shirt offer, any kind of offer you want. Then we have another call to action at the bottom there. We also have a review section, which again is has got content there, but the content is really focused on reviews, which of course we can monetize through affiliate offers. We have an article section, which is really the only section which is purely focused on adding value. You can see I've not filled out this particular design itself, but this is basically content which is going to attract free organic SEO traffic. We have a video section, which is basically promoting our videos. Call to actions here, which in these cases are driving people to a YouTube channel, but could really go anywhere. So this could be a video sales letter or some kind of video review with an affiliate link. And then finally we have a page which looks kind of similar to the articles page, but which is basically just an image on the left, in this case a Teespring t-shirt, and then just a call to action on the right. So it is a WordPress site. It is compliant in that sense. It will get free traffic, but as you can see, the majority of the links in the nav bar drive people to things that are going to make us money, to links that will make us money, either our own offers or affiliate offers that we can promote. So the next question then is, where can we actually get traffic from? Well, we can get free traffic from a few places. We can get traffic from Google in the form of SEO or the other search engines. We can write articles and put them on the blog, put them on the articles page. And we can also get free traffic from YouTube, so we can basically add videos to our page and add videos to YouTube as well, and then basically add annotations to our video that people can then click on and go through to our website. I also recommend, and this is something I mentioned previously to my Titan customers who came in before Video Titan 2, there's a site called rev.com that does great transcriptions. One thing I do recommend you do is create videos, get them transcribed, and then add them to your blog as articles, as SEO articles, and then you can basically get traffic from both YouTube and Google at the same time. Likewise, we can get free traffic from Facebook. We can post any articles that we add to our website as Facebook posts on our fan page and get free traffic that way. And then we can also get paid traffic as well in the form of YouTube ads. Ideally, we want to own the website and own the domain, which of course we would do if it's our website. The reason for that is the kind of annotations that we want to add, i.e. these image annotations, Google wants to see, YouTube wants to see that we actually own the domain and we own the website. We can also get paid traffic, of course, from Facebook ads. We can also retarget, by the way. We can get traffic from Google PPC as well, which in my opinion is the best. It's also the most expensive, but it's the best type of traffic you can get. But with both of these, you can retarget basically and build an audience or build a kind of list. So anyone who visits this website here, we can basically add a pixel to this page, and anyone who visits gets added to our list, which we can then retarget using these different advertising networks here. So essentially we can get free traffic, we can get paid traffic, and then once the visitor visits our site once, we've then captured them and we can re-advertise them again very cost effectively and in a very, very targeted way. And by the way, when it comes to this traffic stuff, I am going to touch on this in a later video. I'm going to go into a lot more depth on this. What I want to do now is just kind of start from the bottom and work our way up in terms of how we can set these sites up. So I'm going to go through the different steps and how we can basically create our site from scratch, what are the steps that we need to take and how we should go about doing it. So the first question that you're going to have, the first step is what kind of niche, what kind of market should we actually focus on? Now, as I've said, you can basically target as many niches and websites as possible. So you don't need to just start with one website. You can have 10 websites, you can have 100. And that being said, I do recommend you start off with just one and then kind of master that process. And then once you understand it, once you know the steps, then of course you can go back and do 2 websites, 5 websites, 10 websites, etc. So the first step, the first thing to think about when it comes to actually choosing a niche is what type of websites actually make money right now and what can we actually promote. So there's no point building a website about a topic and then realizing that there's no way for you to monetize it. There's no products that are being sold in that particular market. There's no way that we can actually drive people to offers, either affiliate offers or our own offers basically. So the first kind of product that we can first kind of thing that we should look at really is Teespring, which of course is selling t-shirts via Teespring basically. Now, T-shirt Titan 1, which I think everyone here is going to have access to, included a list of suggested niches, such as nursing, veteran, engineer, pilot, etc. Just for all the Video Titan 2 customers, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the download page, and let's just scroll back up, you can see that T-shirt Titan 1 was included as a bonus, and within T-shirt Titan 1 towards the bottom of the page we have proven niches, which are basically a list of my top niches on Teespring basically. And so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about what the best niches are because everyone here has got access to them. ClickBank as well, we can just go over to ClickBank Marketplace. You can just Google ClickBank Marketplace, sign up for a free account with ClickBank if you don't have one. It's free to do and you can start promoting all the products on there pretty much. Look at what's selling, look at the niches that are selling. Very broadly, diet's a great niche, make money's a great niche, social media promotion's a great niche, but there's all kinds of kind of weird esoteric niches on there. There's woodworking, there's how to jump higher, there's green energy, there's just tons and tons and tons of these niches. JVZoo, again, the same thing. Go over to JVZoo, create a free affiliate account, look at the top sellers section and see what's selling. Video marketing's good, app building is good, but there's just tons and tons of different niches on there. Likewise, perhaps you've already got an offline business, a local business that you want to promote. That can be a great niche if you've already got a clear idea of the kind of traffic that you want and the kind of customer that you have, and you know that there's people making money. Again, we need to know that people are making money within that market. If that's the case, then that's certainly a good niche to go after. The only kind of point I'd make when it comes to choosing a niche is if you've got a passion project, if you've got something you really care about, maybe it's music, maybe it's art, maybe it's something like that. Just be sure that you can monetize it, make sure that there are other people who are making money within that niche. Because the last thing we want to do is to take all this time, build a website that's getting 3,000 visitors per day, and then after 2 or 3 months of work, and we think, well, we're getting 3,000 visitors per day, we should be making a full-time living from this, we find out that we can't monetize it. So that's why I say look at Teespring, look at ClickBank, look at JVZoo, look around and make sure that whatever kind of niche you're focused on, there are other people making money from it. And the way to see that is by looking at these sites and seeing what's already selling okay. And that'll give you an indication of what the best niches are. And once you've got that in mind, we're ready to move on to the next step, which is basically choosing your domain name. So this is like the .com name, this is the google.com, the bbc.co.uk, the cnn.com. This is your personal domain name that you're going to use to basically host your website on. Now, 99% of the best names are taken, and just to kind of give you an example of this, of, basically when we choose a domain, I'm talking about going and buying a domain for like $10 or $20 from Namecheap or from GoDaddy or from one of these domain registrars. On the other extreme, this is a domain that I actually sold around, well, actually it says around here 861 days ago it closed. I think it was not this summer gone or the summer before, but the summer before that. This was actually the only thing that I've ever sold on Flipper. I've bought a few things on Flipper, but this was the only domain I've ever sold on Flipper. It was actually the highest grossing domain sale on Flipper in 2014. No one really knows that it was me behind it. But yeah, the domain sold for over 140k. It was remix.com. So you can see that it's going to be difficult for you to get a single one-word domain that's that's got a lot of kind of reach for $10. I mean, this is $142,000, and if I'm honest, I hoped it would go for closer to 200,000 because it is such a premium domain. But the point that I'm making here, though, is we are going to have to be a little bit creative because the very, very best domains are going to be taken. Now that's fine, we can do a bit of digging and we can find some really good domains, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. First though, just a few kind of guidelines. The domain name that you choose should be as short as possible, ideally 1 to 2 words, under 30 characters. We don't really want a domain name like Certified Nursing Guide to New Nurses in manchester.org.uk. That's not a very good domain. We want a domain like certifiednursing.com or nursingguides.org or that kind of thing. The extension, which is the bit after the dot, that's also important. Very broadly, .coms are recognized as the best domains. .co.uk, .com.au, which I think is the Australian domain, .ca, which I believe is the Canadian one, those are kind of the next level down, and those can make sense in certain circumstances. If you are focused on one market, it's completely fine to have a domain that's specifically focused on that country. And then we have .net and .orgs, and then after that we have a whole range of others, and there's just tons and tons of these, and this is probably one of the hottest areas to focus on. You'll find very often the .coms are mostly gone. Occasionally we can find a good one, a good two-word one, possibly with a hyphen. The .co.uk's and those kind of tend to be a bit more available, but often we want to go globally, so those don't really work. The .nets and the .orgs, those can often be available, but very often we can get even one-word domains with like a .club or a .guide or things like that. There's just absolutely tons, and I'll show you in a second. The domain should really reflect what your brand is about. So if you're like a t-shirt store focused on nursing, then really we want nursingstore.org, bynurse.com, nursesforyou.co.uk. We want something that people can look at the name and can instantly see what it's about. At the same time, don't sort of try and keyword stuff too much. So we don't want like nursing nurse, certifiednurse.com or something like that. It just doesn't look good, and you might think that you're going to get some kind of Google value there or some SEO value by being very clear and specific with your domain. But there is a balance, so generally what I suggest is one word that represents your brand, and then another word which kind of gives the brand a bit of, gives the keyword kind of a bit of marketing spin and makes you feel like it's something that you're proud of. So very generally, the two tools that I recommend you use are DomainsBot for brainstorming ideas and Namecheap for looking for .club, and various other kind of extensions that you wouldn't otherwise think of. So I'm just going to go over to DomainsBot and show you how the tool works. The first thing I'll do is I'll just put in the keyword nursing. We'll just put our one keyword in to start off with. And you can see the tool will go off and grab a load of different nursing domains. You can see straight away we have nursing.house, which is a pretty good one. Nursing party, I could see that being brandable. Nursing.directory, that's kind of pretty cool. And then I'm just going to go over here, and you can see where it says prefixes and suffixes. I'm just going to put in suffixes, guide, comma, store, comma, shop, comma, t-shirt, comma, and then we'll just scroll back up, get rid of some of these domains that I'm not a huge fan of. .biz, .info, we can leave the rest of them, and then we'll just scroll down and remove for sale at Sado because we don't want to spend $10,000 in a domain, and we're just going to click modify results and see what comes up. So you can see we have certifiednursing.co.uk, which I like. carenursing.net, that's not too bad. Let's scroll through. You can see this is what I mean about the kind of new domains. We have .best, .place, .tours, .boutique, nursing.boutique. That could be a good one for our kind of t-shirt store. Nursing bargains, again, that could kind of be a good one. And then once we kind of go back to the original domains, you can see that we kind of can't go with these one-word domains for the .nets, the .orgs, the .coms. We have like Certified Nursing Guide, which could be good. That could be a good one for what we have in mind. carenursingguide.com, that could be another good one. Nursingguide.com with a hyphen, I really like that one. That's probably the best that I could kind of see out of all of these. But we're probably only talking maybe $10 for one of these domains. And some of the new ones, the .directories, the .systems, the .parties, they may cost maybe more, maybe $20, $30, $50. But that's part of the reason that not everyone's grabbed them. So it can be worth a little extra investment for that kind of domain. And we can also go over to Namecheap, and again I'll just put nursing in. Namecheap's good because it kind of, whereas DomainsBot will throw out a load of crazy suggestions, Namecheap will just check all of the kind of possible, the dot onlines, the sites, that kind of thing. So you can see Nursing Rocks we can have for 75 quid. That's still pretty expensive. But we have nursing.bid, which is kind of pretty good. That's only 88 cents, which I mean, is probably worth it. Nursing.trade. Obviously these have to be, they have to make sense with what we've got in mind. And if we scroll through and we see that some of these aren't available, we can go back up and just try very simple variations. So nurses, obviously we can try nurse as well. We could try certified nurse. So let's just wait a second and see what comes up. Nurses.rocks. That kind of doesn't make grammatical sense, which is a shame because it's quite a good one. Nurses.webcam, I don't know if that's a niche that we want to look at. Nurses.design would need to kind of make sense with the market that we're in. Nurses host could potentially work, not necessarily as a web host, but as kind of, if we kind of branded it as like host, as in, we're the host and the nurses can kind of come and hang out on our site, then that could potentially work. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this, but really what we're looking for is probably a two-word domain, possibly with a hyphen, possibly a .net, possibly a .org, or at least a one-word domain such as nursingland that we can kind of run with. Have a play around with it, put some different words in. Domainsbot's a really cool tool, and Namecheap's kind of a good tool as a starting point, particularly because they have some of these really cheap offers where you can pick up domains that would otherwise be very expensive for just, a few dollars. So, I mean, £3.50, that's like $5 or so. What I'm going to do though as well is I'm going to give you this list here, which is basically a list that my assistant brought up of all the top domains for that we could find. We spent a couple of days going through them, all the top domains for some of the most obvious niches. You can see we have makemoneyguide.org, which is a really good one, justmakemoney.com, profitonline.org with a hyphen, and this will kind of not only give you some ideas, but it also show you the kind of direction of where we should go with these. So classicvideogames.com with a hyphen, gamerjobs.org. This could be for like old school retro gamers. Gamerjobs for people who are looking for video games in the game industry. She added a lot of PS3 domains, which are good domains, but I don't recommend this because this is a trademark term. And apart from the fact you might get sued, what's more likely to happen is you'll build up some authority with the site, and then you could potentially just get a cease and desist, and they'll just take the domain off you. So ignore these ones. I'll actually remove them before I give you the full list. We have music, learnrockmusic.com. That's another really good one. Learn pianissimo, I think this is like a form of piano playing. Takepiano.net, really good two-word domain. Gamblingsystem.org, I think we actually maybe picked this one up ourselves. Helplosefat.net. Helplosefatfast.com, that's not grammatical, so that wouldn't necessarily work. Losefatguide.org, that could be a good one. Buildwordpress.org. I don't actually believe WordPress is trademarked, or if it is, it's certainly not something that they seem to be policing in any way. I guess that's part of the whole open source movement. But obviously this does come with the kind of caveat that it is their kind of name, so just be careful with these. Datingguide.org, that's a really good one. Lesbian dating review, very kind of niche, but that could be potentially a good market. Romance Today, just tons and tons of these. These kind of mostly seem to relate to kind of ClickBank and JBZoo niches, but if we do keep on scrolling down, then you'll see that we come to the JBZoo section when we have SEO, affiliate marketing. I'm just going to keep on going. Video marketing, PPC marketing. Teespring marketing, again, this is got the trademark issue, so please don't register any of these, and I'll try and remember to remove them. App building is a great one, some really good app building ones here. List building, and then we come to the Teespring ones. We have engineering, nursing, Vietnam veteran, musical instruments, mechanics, pilots, and so on and so forth. So a really good kind of cross-section of domains there that you can dive right in with and basically get started with. So hopefully that's of some value to you. Now, one of the things that I did want to do in this video is, I know that obviously the first thing you should be doing is going off and registering a domain and getting started with the Titan theme, but I know a lot of people maybe don't have the confidence to go in and set up a .com, register the domain, set up the name servers, install WordPress with Fantastico and all that kind of stuff. And so I wanted to introduce you to a website, and I was going to do this in the future because we're still adding features to it, but I did want to do it now because I thought people could get value from it, given that we're talking about websites at the moment. And this website is basically called Ubub. It's one of the projects, my kind of pet projects that I'm working on. And it's basically a site that allows you to share your favorite websites. And the way it works is you go and create a free account, and sign up for your account, and then basically you get a link like this. This is actually being changed. It should be ubub.com/ whatever your name is. And then you basically just put a URL in here, google.com, teespring.com, whatever, put a description here, add it, and then you basically get a page where you can share all of your favorite links. So the site will go and it'll grab it, take a screenshot, and basically share it onto your Ubub page. And then you can go and promote this page using paid traffic, ubub.com/ whatever your name is, whatever your niche is. And of course you can also use it as kind of a collage or as a place to store some of your favorite websites. So this is kind of a really great shortcut if you don't feel confident quite enough about setting up a website, or indeed you just want to play around with the site. Then go and create a free account at ubub.com. There's an iOS app, an iPhone, iPad app that we are going to be rolling out over the next few weeks. And like I say, we are adding features to the site all the time. I did want to kind of come back to this later on, but I thought I would just chuck it in there now very quickly. So that maybe people can go in and create an account and have a play around with it. It is a cool site, and I think it's a really clever idea. So that pretty much covers it for this video, guys. This is going to be a series. This is originally, when I wrote prepared the slides for this, it was a humongously packed video, and so I thought rather than just do one, I'm going to just do one big video. I'm going to break it up over several. So definitely watch for the next video. Just before you wait for that video to come through, be sure to grab the bonuses, grab that list of hundreds of pre-researched domains, go to ubub.com and create a page. It's just a very easy way to get a web presence that you can promote using paid traffic or just share with your friends, and basically build up a collage of your favorite websites. Watch out for the next video. The next thing we're going to look at is how to actually get traffic and make money with your site. I'm going to talk to you about how I've been able to make 6 figures a year with all of my websites every single year since I started, since 2006. Not just info product sites, but free traffic sites, paid traffic sites, SEO, social media. I'm going to go through the formula in the next video. And I'm also going to talk to you about the most underrated traffic source online, and no, it's not Facebook and it's not Google. I'm also, of course, going to have a lot more training on Video Titan 2 itself. So thanks for being a Titan member. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.